the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now
Alright guys, we are back on the road. We just picked up a storage container going to Butte, Montana, and heading over Snoqualmie Pass right now. And as you can see, it's a nice smooth ride. The only time it's bumpy is when there's actual potholes in the road, but this truck ride's very smooth. Very happy with it. And yeah, right now we're going up the pass and averaging 7 miles per gallon. Looks like the weather's clearing up. It was all cloudy and foggy over in Seattle this morning, but looks like as soon as we're getting over to these mountains, it's clearing up. So should be nice sunny weather. I looked at the weather map in Montana and the weather is nice and sunny. So probably gonna continue to make these Montana runs because these are pretty much the longest distance runs that I can get from my area, for the most part. Sometimes there's stuff going to California, but not very often. So I'm gonna take advantage of these long runs, easy drives, no traffic, no congestion, just cruising. It's easy money. This is still paying pretty well. This route was about $2.60 a mile. That's before any deadhead. Did have about 20 miles of deadhead, so it wasn't too bad. So I'm gonna take advantage of this as long as the weather remains good, and then as soon as the weather starts changing, that's when I'm gonna start looking at either going down south, going to Texas, Arizona, you know, taking some crappy loads just to get down there so I can ride out the winter. But we'll see how the winter is, because if it's not too bad for local runs, or I don't know, going to Oregon and Idaho, if I only have to go over one pass, and as long as the passes are good, I'll probably do it. But we'll see as the weather changes. But hopefully you like the scenery. I don't know if I could live in a state that doesn't have terrain. Born and raised here, and I'm just used to all the terrain, and it's beautiful. But Washington is a democratic state, and I want to find somewhere else to live that is more aligned with my values. So if you guys have any suggestions, you know, on the West Coast or the Eastern United States, or not the Eastern, I don't want to live on the East Coast, but like the Midwest, if you have any suggestions of beautiful areas where land's cheap, I'd like to buy some land and build a custom house to my standards. So leave some comments down below, and hopefully in the next year I can go ahead and make that purchase. Good morning. We are on our final stretch to Butte, Montana. It's a lovely morning, little sunrise on the lake. I think this is Coeur d'Alene Lake. It's pretty nice, real great area. But everything's going smooth, no issues. I'll send you an update if something comes up. Alright, you guys wanted more driving videos, so we are going down a 6% grade for 4 miles, and speed limits are 55 around the curve, around the turns. So I got the speed limit set to 55, and it revs up high, but it's not like dangerously high, you know what I mean? Like, it's not hitting the red line. So the engine's doing work. It's doing everything it needs to slow down the truck. And alright, so now this next stretch is 5% grade for 2 miles. And cop coming. Put this down. But anyways, we got a let him pass. Ooh. Man, don't like cops. You never know. In Oregon, it's actually a criminal offense to have anything in your hand, and it's like jail time penalties. So I don't know what the laws are here, but I'm holding the GoPro. It's not like distracting me. I'm not physically, you know, watching the camera. I'm just holding it and pointing it in a direction. But anyways, as you can see, towing 20,000 pounds, you know, that's the container and the trailer together. Going downhill, I did not push on the brakes at all. I let the truck do all the work. It's in cruise control. That's one thing that, what is it? The Fast Lane Truck. I love their channel. I love everything they're doing. But I'm not sure that they're doing cruise control. Maybe they started, but cruise control is definitely the way. And it's not letting me get over a max of 5 miles per hour, which I think is totally in the safe zone. So now we're at the bottom, so I'm gonna put my foot into it and catch up with traffic. Alright guys, so went into this weigh station in Hagen, Montana, and they pulled me in for a paperwork check, and then they did a paperwork inspection. So it's my first inspection. I've been pulled in for paperwork, but they've never done an inspection before. So they checked my license, my registration for truck and trailer. They wanted to see my IFTA paperwork license, which I didn't have on me, but I had it electronically.
Did you call for backup?
And so I pulled it up on the laptop, got that, and then they had me send my ELD log to them to inspect. They went over everything. Everything was good. So I passed. I don't have to send it in to FMCSA or anything because it's a passed inspection. You only have to send it in if it's a failed inspection. But you do need to keep your paperwork copy because I have my DOT audit that hasn't happened yet, and when I get that DOT audit, they're going to want to see a copy of that inspection report. So yeah, everything's good. Held me up for like 45 minutes though, and with this time change, and it's gonna make me run tight or run pretty close to making my drop today.